Today I'm going to be showing you how to make your own channel art and intros, since I've been making a lot of them for people that have subscribed. As I promised, I'm going to show you what to do. First thing you want to do is search Control Panel in here. Your Control Panel will open. Go to Appearance and Personalization and click Fonts. Now this is where you can add all your custom fonts. I'm going to show you how to do it. Find a font you want, like this one here. It'll download, and you want to just copy anything that has the A on it like that, and you just want to drag it. Hold on, I'm going to leave these here. I got to get rid of this folder. Control Panel. Okay, this is where we got to drag them. So we're going to drag them right in here and just let them go. Boom. Now you can do this as long as you want. I mean, you can put, you know, hundreds and hundreds of fonts in your Photoshop, and the more the better, because they're going to look great. You definitely want to have a wide selection of fonts to use when making Photoshop art, because there's many different styles of art, and you always want to have the right type to use. So just go ahead and grab it, pull it in there, drop it. Once it's done, close that zip. Now, let's go again. Let's see what else they have for new stuff. Now you can go up here. You can go to, let's go back a few. Boom, boom, boom. Go up to the top. Go back one more. And one more. Now you can see you can actually pick the type of font you want. Holiday, barcode, logo, sexy, music, various, horror, fantastic, esoteric, alien, calligraphy, old school, graffiti, modern, square, sci-fi. So let's check out some sci-fi fonts. They always tend to look pretty damn good. I wouldn't be surprised if I download some of these and I already have them. If you already have them, I'll just say, do you sure you want to overwrite them? Go ahead and overwrite them in case they're not working. See? Yeah, go ahead and overwrite them. See, I knew I'd probably already have that one. Once you've overwritten them, just close it. So, that's a good one. This is the last one I'm going to download, just for now. Then I'm going to show you what certain tools do in Photoshop. So after you do that, you want to close that. You want to go ahead and close that. And what I would recommend is that you close your Photoshop, if open, and reopen it. Open Photoshop Elements.
Alright, starting Adobe Photoshop Elements 11.
Now, Elements 11 all the way up to Elements 2018 all look the same, all function the same. What I would recommend is you get in a trial. You can buy a legitimate version for $99, or you can search like Photoshop Elements keys, Pastepen. Most likely you're going to find some keys on Pastepen. Now, to make your channel art, what you'd want to do is search like YouTube channel art template, right? And you'd want to find one. Make sure it's the right size. You're looking for something 2560 by 1440. Copy it. Go to New, Image from Clipboard. Bam. Let me explain the tools for me. This is your zoom tool. You click it, you zoom in and out. Right here, slide. This is your hand tool to move things around basically does the same thing this does, but this gives you, drag. This is your crop tool. You can crop in squares or you can crop in circles. Pretty cool. I mostly leave mine on squares. This is your lasso to basically flatten things out to undo everything at once. And then, not undo everything at once, but anything you have. This right here is like a hand cropper, so I could hit edit copy and I could paste it, and it would just paste this little area into a new one. This is the magic wand. What it does is it'll select a certain area. Boom, it can detect edges. See what I mean? And then you can do that. You can like highlight inside words, you can highlight a car out of a picture, a person out of a picture. Very good tool, very good tool. See, instead of hitting undo, this is a clone tool. I don't use these two tools at all. This is Paintbrush, Smart Fix, I don't really use that. This is a clone tool. Now, when you look at keys on a keyboard, let's go ahead and show. Alright, the two that make the circle bigger and smaller are these two keys. I don't know what they're called, even though all the computer knowledge I have. So, if you see a small dot like that, and you can't get it bigger by pressing that, it's your caps lock, so unlock your caps locks. Hit those buttons to make it smaller, hit it to make it bigger. What that does is it clones it. You hit the Alt button, press down, and you can come down here. See, it's your clone tool. These two tools I really never use. I can really tell you I've never used. This is your paintbrush. You can basically get a color. Your opacity means like how much see-through it is, and you can paint something. This is your eraser. Obviously, dirt, it will go back to nothing. This is your paint bucket. Say you took your magic wand and did a bunch of letters inside the letters. You can take your paint bucket and paint a layer at one time. This is a gradient tool. What it does is you drag and boom, it does that. Boom, it gradients a pattern on whatever image or layer that you're on. This is a sampler, a color sampler. Say you wanted to use this color gray and you wanted to make that. So say I want to make this box the same color gray. I'd do that. I would take my paintbrush and boom. And I'd take my lasso and undo it. See? Basically you can't even see it. This is your line tool. Now your line tool just basically makes lines. See? Or you can make different shapes. Things like that. I barely use anything other than the line tool, and I rarely use that. This is your text tool. This is where all them fonts are going to come into play. Now you always want to check the size of your font. Mine's fully sized. Now we're going to look for some of those new fonts that I just put in. I didn't put in too many, but I put in a couple. And I should be able to recognize them. I do. I see one right here. Now see how it's not caps? Some don't matter if it's caps or not. Some will force you to be lower caps, some will force you to be upper caps, some will go by your caps locks. And then you just basically go like this. Right? Now before we get to the rest of the tools, I want to show you something. Effects. Okay. Bevels. Bevels right here. They will put a bevel on an object, a text, whatever you want to put a bevel on. Complex I don't use. Drop shadows. Glass buttons will color. They would color the text whatever color you wanted to. Image effects I don't really use too much. Inner shadows, outer glows, patterns. Strokes are pretty good. It'll put a black line on the outside of your, and then you can click this settings to adjust the size of that black line. You can do different colors. Then you don't use wild chrome, you can use neon. That'll go ahead and color your text. You can use plastic, that does the same thing. It'll kind of give it a weird little effect. Alright, now we're going to finish with the tools. You basically have a pencil. Don't pay attention to none of those. You have graphics right here. You have different kind of graphics. You have backgrounds, frames, text, whatever. I basically keep it on text. Now we're going to make a brand new channel art. So we're going to go to gaming images, gaming wallpapers. We're going to find something that would make a nice background, a main background. So let's see. I'm trying to find a current relevant game. Do something like this, alright, since it's got the Rockstar logo, even though the Rockstar logo is going to be cut out with the middle part. What you want to do is go ahead and paste it, right? And then you want to fit it. Now since this logo right here, let's undo this and open a brand new one since that logo is kind of tainted. Open YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and use my Beaver mods. Okay, now I'm going to paste that image, and it stays the color because that other image was tainted black grayscale. So what you want to do is you want to fit it. Right, just go ahead and fit it. Boom. Come on. I haven't used a mouse on my knee, it's a pain in the butt. Go ahead and hit the check mark, then hit layers, then hit opacity so you can see through it. Bring it down to about here. Take your crop tool. Now you're going to crop out the middle part where your middle banner goes. Just hit backspace, or you can come up here and hit cut. Now hit your lasso. But don't forget to come back up here and put your opacity back to 100. Now you got to find the middle part. We got to do this quick because we only have a couple minutes left. So I'm going to go ahead and just choose something real quick. So I would choose something like this, copy, and then I would go new, image from clipboard, and I would crop out a nice banner size. See how this part's going to be a lot smaller than the other part. Then just fit that in there. Let me pause it. Alright, real quick, see how that's a different color and stuff? I'm going to fix that real quick, but I'm going to come to bevel and throw a bevel on that. Then you want to come to enhance, enhance color, boom. This right here, you could change the color of it to purple. I would hit OK, then I would go to lighting, and I would go to brightness contrast. I'd up my contrast, down my brightness a little bit. This is where your text comes in. Go ahead and write like JB Gaming. You know, something for an example. Go ahead and size that up. Hit OK. Then put the effect that you want to put to it. We're going to go ahead and do a purple neon. Right, then we're going to come down to, we got like 50 seconds left for the video ends, a green. Boom. And that's how you make channel art. It's that simple. Next on this, I'm going to go more in depth. I'm going to do another video if this one gets attention. Make sure you save it. When you save it for web. Make sure it's sized right. If you guys enjoyed this video, you want to see how to make the intros, leave me some comments, some likes, some shares, some subscribers, and I'll do that. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, Photoshop Elements, download the trial. Doesn't matter which one you get, just download the trial. They're all the same since 2000 or Photoshop Elements 11. Alright, this is a continuation of the first video. I was going to upload it as one, but we're going to do it as two. So what I did is I found a good Call of Duty World War II background, and I uploaded my template, threw it over it. Now we're going to go down to layers like we did. We're actually going to make a good one, just one that I can add a name to later. Then we're going to make an intro out of it. Now the intros, we're just using flixexpress since it's very quick to use, instead of using sites like Blender or whatever to make them, by yourself, custom. They take a while, a lot longer than flixexpress does. Alright, so let's go back here. Right now I'm using a site called wall.alphacoders.com. So I'm going to go back to Call of Duty World War II, search, and I'm going to try to find a middle portion for that. Now what we're looking for is a middle portion that'll fit in there nice. We only had one Call of Duty World War II in here. So we're going to do gaming. See what kind of gaming one we could fit in the middle there. They're going to come across a lot of Minecraft crap. You can actually shorten your search by coming down here, seeing if there's anything there. Or you could just type a game in, or you just do something like PS4. Okay, let's find a PS4, see if we can find one that actually fits nicely. Nope. Alright, so let's see what color we got here. This is going to be let's do war. Now we're looking for something that we can crop a small area out of and actually use. So we're looking for something that I'll show you when I find it. Alright, we're going to open a new page and just do COD WW2 wallpapers. Now we're looking for something that we could crop, like this one right here would work perfect. So we're going to copy image, we're going to put it in a new area. Alright, we didn't do that right, we didn't actually copy this image. Copy image. Edit, file, new, image from clipboard. Okay, now we're actually going to copy this portion. Edit, copy, come back here, edit, paste. Now, if you ever find that these are really small, stretching them out is going to kind of mess up the graphics, but we should be alright with this one. Okay, now remember, I like to go to Effects, Bevel. Throw a bevel on that bad boy. And I throw a big bevel on this one as well. Now this is ready for a name. Now I'm going to do the name and stuff, but I'm going to edit it out before I save it. So I'm going to do like a new one for me. Now see how you don't see that layer there? You don't see any text? You want to come over, drag it up. Now you'll actually see it. You want to make it the size you want it to be. Beaver mods. Then come to Effects and do as you wish. I'm going to show you what the glass buttons look like. Now we're kind of looking for a goldish look to match that Call of Duty. You can come over here to this button. You can always come here and put a stroke on it. You can change the colors of the strokes, do whatever you want. And now the bevel will kind of change the shine and angle of of the lighting. You can do an outer, which I don't recommend. I always turn my outers off, and then drop shadows. Drop shadows just kind of drop shadow to it. Now usually what I would do is do something like that and then come down to plastic or neon. See how it changes it. And then I would save it. So that's basically it. So what we're going to do is get rid of that. We're going to save this in my YouTube templates for future people that want background art. So that is YouTube template, COD, WW2, enter. Alright, now I'm going to show you where I make intros really quick. FlixExpress. Flixexpress.com. Now you can make a couple free intros for signing up. You can get a plan like I have. There's a couple different plans. My plan's like $3.80 a month or something. And you can go by plans. Now here's the different plans. Here's the different ones that I can actually use. That's the last ones. So we're going to check this out. This looks like this is a one image, so we're going to go boom. We're going to come to our downloads. We're going to find that folder, my YouTube template folder. I'm going to upload this one. Wow, that says 9 more images. Never mind. We're going to back out. We can't use that one. 9 freaking images. This one right here. Customize. Select one image. Bam. Proceed. And then if it makes you have to crop out a part, crop out the best part you can. Go ahead and put, Beaver Mods. Please subscribe and support. And then you can add some audio to it. There's a lot of different audio. I recommend high energy and either breakthrough or forward drive or tech prohibition. There's really nothing like. I mean, do you like that? Whatever you like. I'm gonna go for high energy. I'm gonna go for forward drive. Okay, now choose resolution 720p. Template duration. And submit order. Now what I could do is once this video is done, I could throw it in my audio editor, which is right here. Hold on. Yeah, right here. My audio editor. I could remove the sound that's in there and put my own background music in there if I wanted to take things, a little bit further. Here's some intros I've made for people recently. Check them out while we're waiting for that one to finish. Alright, so here's the one we just made as basically a dummy, for the video. It'll show you. Now that's not a bad freaking intro, and it takes 2 seconds to make, guys. Remember, flixexpress.com. If you, for some reason, cannot find Photoshop Elements, can't afford it, or can't find a key, a free editor is Pixlr. I used Pixlr probably 2 years before I transferred back to Photoshop in about 2009. So what you want to do is launch your web app and start with your images. Basically everything here is just about the same. You got your clone, you got your wizard, everything's almost similar. But Photoshop is, it's up there. This site here is a great site for real wallpapers, amazing wallpapers. Especially if you go into things like hacking or actually type with one finger. Okay. You can see that they have some badass wallpaper. So I might be making me a new background here soon. But that's the second part. I know this has been a long video, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you for sticking through, and hopefully this helps you. If you have any questions, just leave a comment and I'll get to them. Peace.